Minister for Communications and Works, Mark Vanterpool, has questioned the accuracy of the Public Accounts Committee's special report on the Ports Development Project during the 6th sitting of the House of Assembly on Thursday, April 17th. Minister Vanterpool moved a motion for a debate on the report as soon as it was laid on the table of the House of Assembly. Sean Rose has more.
Prior to the debate on the Public Accounts Committee special report on the Ports Development Project, the House of Assembly was engulfed in heated exchanges as opposition legislators tried to block the debate on the 3-page report from going forward.
According to 8463, the report shall be laid without question put. And never is it that a report can be laid on the table and debated at the same sitting. It has to be done at a subsequent sitting.
I should continue with my motion.
I'm trying to hear the full. You said you. Could you go ahead?
He was debating.
There's no rule in the House, Madam Speaker, that gave rise to anyone raising a debate on a matter laid on the table.
The rules in the House for select committees provide for motions to be made for debating the reports of select committees. Matter of fact, the rule for the laying on the table presenting of a report from the Public Accounts Committee actually said it should come as a substantive motion to be presented in the House.
I began by saying, whereas the Public Accounts Committee interim report claims that many red flags have been raised without listing or substantiating any such red flags, Madam Speaker, and if I want to make clear that the report that I speak of is this 3-page report in my hands, a 2.5-page report that is here before the House. Whereas 13 persons were interviewed, as claimed in the report, to gather evidence, and the report has appended to it minutes of only 3 such persons' interviews. Whereas this begs the question as to why the other minutes of evidence were not appended, Madam Speaker.
On the point of information, can we go to section 83, Madam Speaker?
I have the floor, honorable members. I haven't made a determination on whether or not a motion is going to be allowed. I'm trying to hear exactly what the Minister for Communications is saying. And I am going to speak and say something as it relates to that, but I haven't heard exactly what he's saying, and we are going to come back to the point that you just raised.
Whereas this is not in fact so, as proper procedure was followed prior to the signing of the protocols for effective financial management on 23rd April 2012, Madam Speaker.
Is under the section 83.2, 83.4, and 6.
Duly noted. You may take
and Madam Speaker,
honorable member for the first.
I need to explain this order, Madam Speaker.
Honorable member for the first. I have the floor. Would you kindly sit?
I am stating clearly that.
Thank you, honorable member for the first.
The minister, where the subject is under question, for him to be bringing the objection, Madam Speaker.
Honorable member for the first.
And whereas, Madam Speaker, this questionable report seems merely to be aimed at preventing the building of the crude spare dock and preventing the good people of this country from obtaining gainful employment. Now therefore be it resolved that the House...
This is not a motion. That's a debate.
Honorable member for the first.
Madam, we need to find out if the law is correct first before we judge. That's a debate.
Honorable member for the first.
That's a debate. Come on.
Honorable member for the first. I know you're fully cognizant of what the standing order says.
I am fully cognizant, and we actually...
I have the honorable member for the first. I have the floor, and I don't want to have to invoke provisions in the standing order that is going to have any member removed from this critically important matter today. What I am trying to do is to hear clearly what the Honorable Minister for Communications is saying, and then I'm going to make a decision. I am taking notes of the points of information raised by so far 3 of the members. And when he is finished, he in this case is the Honorable Minister for Communications and Work, I am going to make a determination, but I cannot do so unless I hear fully what he is saying.
Speaker of the House of Assembly, Honorable Ingrid Moses, had challenges maintaining order in the Assembly and was forced to take a recess before giving her ruling on the points of information raised by the opposition members. When the sitting resumed, the Speaker quoted Standing Order 27L to refute claims that government was not allowed to debate the report tabled in the House by a special committee.
Unless the standing orders otherwise provide, notice shall be given of any motion which is proposed to make, with the exception of the following. Else specifically says, a motion arising out of any item of business made immediately after that item is disposed of and before the next item is entered upon. According to the order, paper item 6 is the order of the business under which the Honorable Leader of the Opposition laid the document. And as soon as that document was laid, the Honorable Minister for Communications and Works raised to make the motion, which, as far as my interpretation goes, that motion arose out of an item on the order of business.
Debate on the motion eventually got going, with Communications and Works Minister Honorable Mark Vanterpool giving a lengthy presentation as he questioned the veracity of the allegations in the Public Accounts Committee report on the Ports Development Project.
And so, if there are red flags out there, as was stated, that's what I said, we need to debate the report, because if there are red flags, we need to bring them out clearly. The Public Accounts Committee is supposed to bring out facts, Madam Speaker. Facts supported by evidence. Facts, not apparent, not appearing, not looking like, not maybe. Facts. Just apparent thing. How can you bring out a report? I mean, you obviously go through the paragraphs, everyone apparent, it appears to be. Bring the facts. Based on this $35 million today, based on this decision to develop this dock in this way, the port revenue would have moved from $9 million now to $28 million as projected in the next 10 years. Madam Speaker, you want me to turn that back? You want me to shut down this project today? You want me to give an excuse to people because of some frivolous report that they come here with without anything to substantiate it? No, man. That can't work. Come better. Come better. I don't mind reviewing your points and the red flags. Show them. Let's make sure they're red. Because if they ain't red, I know the amber will come on quick and green gonna be gone. Because this project moving. This project moving. So, those who are trying to stop this project by all kind of stories, and they're gonna say they want it, Madam Speaker. Because, yes, they've tried to build it. Everybody will say they want it. But it's who do something about it to make it happen is what's important. And we are doing something about it. And anybody who tries to stop it, the public, the people need to know that all these things are just things to try to stop this project from being executed over the next year, so that people of this territory can benefit from construction. We can build buildings, we can reclaim land, we can dredge the water, we can build docks, and we can have construction going. We can spend $50 million in the territory over the next 12 to 18 months to benefit the people of the territory.
Stating that building ports is part of the government's mandate, Minister Vanterpool said the report repeatedly makes references to government usurping the duties of the BVI Ports Authority and other apparent irregularities. However, using examples from previous administrations, the minister said it is normal for statutory bodies to receive general instructions from government ministers.
Because you see, Madam Speaker, the port is owned 100% by the government of the Virgin Islands. The port isn't a body unto itself, it ain't own itself. The minister represents the shareholders. The shareholders of the port is the government of the Virgin Islands on behalf of the people. And the minister represents them, and the law states that from time to time the minister may give the authority general directions in writing as to the performance of its powers under this act on matters which appear to him to affect the public interest, and the authority shall give effect to such directions. In other words, I have to follow what the minister tells them. What is it that's saying? I have to sort of create my own understanding of what that usurping of the board's authority means. And I may be wrong. That's why I said they should have been listed. The actual facts that are in this report should have been listed so that we can understand it and deal with it. So I may go wrong, so forgive me. But apparent usurping of the duty and responsibility of the Port Authority Board, what are they? What are we talking about? I don't think people understand the implication of this, you know. Because if this report, I wish it could substantiate it, because then we can deal with it. Because then something else more sinister can happen. This report comes up here, I don't know why it was rushed and why it came here today, but I'm glad it did. Because if it didn't, then this information might have been out there langling, and people might think that somebody doing something wrong. And unless they can tell me and show me, all I can say is that I don't know anything wrong going on. We have been following procedure. So, Madam Speaker, I hope before the end of the day in the debate, the colossal debate is about, that I can be proven wrong for what I said here and what I pointed out. Because unless that's the case, Madam Speaker, I hope this report can be withdrawn and put somewhere else. Because all those red flags, those, what do you call them, alarming things, and all those apparent things, and all those, Madam Speaker, seemingly things, and all those things, I hope you have facts to make them factual, and not seeming, and not apparent, and not alarming, and not read unless you prove it to be read.
No other legislator debated the motion. Sean Rose, JTV News.